evening, everyone, and welcome to the NatraLife webinar. I'm Sandy Haynes. I'm up here in Northwest Georgia, just across the line from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I'm going to be your host tonight. And I'd like to introduce you to someone who I believe is someone who has a wealth of knowledge about nutritional health products, and his creativity and his 30-plus years in the industry of creating really great products is our CEO and founder, Joe Perry. He is a friend to so many of us and just a man who really just cares about people and cares about their health. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to Joe. Welcome, Joe.
Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that nice introduction. Welcome, everyone. Tonight I am so excited about this presentation because this is something that I've been involved with for a lot of years, all the way from farming all the way up to finished products. And I kind of relate to this. Those of you who are on the call a little bit older might remember the days that your mom would give you a substance called cod liver oil. My grandmother used to do that to us boys. She'd always say, you got to take this, and it was nasty, and we didn't know why in the heck she was giving it to us, but we took it and we burped it all through the first few hours of school. And lo and behold, several years ago, they began to discover the value of a substance called omega-3s. And now we know a whole lot about omega-3s, and probably one of the best studied materials in existence right now as far as food supplements and just scientific studies in general. Lots and lots of just incredible evidence as to the power of omega-3s. Well, is our kids, including my younger son who's on this call, he's on the tech board running it. Sandy, my wife, is probably the happiest person in the world to hear that we are bringing this product into the NatraLife line, because we and our family have been using aloe vera for a lot of years. In fact, our younger kids, they got aloe like our parents used to give us cod liver oil. But the amazing thing was our kids rarely got sick. They rarely had problems with their little digestive tracts, as a lot of little children actually do, believe it or not. They have milk allergies, all types of things going on. So we've been able to make something that has been around a long time better than it's ever been. We've been able to take a good thing and make it even better, and we've been able to make a product more pure and more potent. So tonight I want to give a brief overview of this incredible product and some of the things that it has to offer you and your family. And during this season especially, you know, we've got the flu season coming up, and it's probably already here for a lot of you, but we need to really pay attention to what we're putting into our body right now, because it's going to make a big difference. Now, those of you that have been with the company for a little while, you know my acronym DISH, and I say it's an acronym that can change your life, and it truly can. And all four letters put together stand for digestion, inflammation, stress, and hormones. And these are four critically important health issues that we have to fix before we can really change your health and ultimately change your life. So you're going to hear these a lot from me because they are pivotal in a quest for better health. Now, tonight we're going to talk mostly about digestion and inflammation, the D and the I. I call it the digestion and inflammation connection. Okay, digestion. You are what you eat. We've heard that a lot of times, but you're also what you digest and assimilate. So your digestive tract is critical. A healthy digestive tract is critical to digest and assimilate these nutrients you're taking in. Another important thing, and you've probably seen this in commercials, especially about the yogurts, is there's 70% of your immune system that resides in your gut. So if your gut's having a problem with something like inflammation, then it's going to be compromised in its ability to protect you. So those of you that get allergies, you get sick, things like that, and a lot of that can be a result of an unhealthy digestive tract. Now, just to show you how big a problem it is in the United States, the gastrointestinal products, things like for gas, bloating, indigestion, the purple pill, things like that, are a $20 billion a year industry, and that's the fourth largest over-the-counter drug. So when you go into your supermarket or your drugstore and you look at all the sales of all those things they have on the shelves, this is going to be fourth in line. So the market is incredible. Obviously, a lot of people are having a problem. Let's talk about inflammation for just a minute. For most of you, you don't know that you even got an inflammation problem. Like with digestion, for example, many times inflammation will manifest itself in gas, bloating, and indigestion. And I've heard people hundreds, if not thousands of times in my years in the health industry saying, yeah, John, I don't really have any problems. I just get gas, bloating, indigestion after I eat certain things, that type of thing. Well, you could have some silent or hidden inflammation. Now, this silent inflammation can be resident all over your body. It can cause not only digestive problems, but it can lead to heart disease, allergies, arthritis, and even brain function. The last year or two, we've seen some incredible studies about inflammation and its effect on brain function. And a lot of this is coming into the elderly, into that environment. We're seeing that some of the elderly that have had problems with Alzheimer's and these types of things, then they typically, many times, are finding that they have brain inflammation. And the way that this happens, you think, golly, well, if a lot of this inflammation is occurring in your gut, how does it ever get to your brain and other parts of your body? Because there is a vagus nerve, and it's the brain inflammation. The vagus nerve, I call the inflammation superhighway, and I don't want to pull a biology lesson on you here, but if you look at the top of this diagram, that's the stem of the brain, and if you look down at the bottom portion of the stem, you'll see vagus, and you see that nerve? Look at the places it goes. It is like a superhighway. If you just envision a highway in your mind that has cars and trucks running along it, and it's got all these exits. It's got an exit that goes to the heart, it's got one that goes to the lungs, it's got one that goes to the liver and gallbladder. Well, start down at the bottom, down where the stomach is, and look where all that inflammation can travel to. And there's little, we'll call them dump trucks for the lack of a better word. We'll oversimplify this. They're little dump trucks called cytokines. And if you break down the word cytokines, cyto means cell and kine means movement. So it's cell movement. So these cytokines are released, say, in the stomach where you're having inflammation, and they're released by cells there, and they affect the behavior of other cells that they travel to. So if these little dump trucks with the cytokines go to the brain, for example, they can carry inflammation to that area. If they go to the heart, they can carry inflammation and other things to that area as well. So as you see, there's now a connection we never knew for years. In fact, when I first got involved with aloe, I was observing a lot of studies, and there's an icon in the aloe industry. His name is Dr. Ivan Danoff, and he told me one time, because we were looking at some studies at the University of Texas dealing with HIV, and he said, Jed, this is the most incredible thing I've ever seen as a scientist. He said, it's almost like a black box. He says, I know what I'm putting into the patient, and I know the result that's coming out, and it's positive, and it's doing all these wonderful things, but I don't know what's happening in between, in the middle. So that, in my mind, is kind of a black box. Well, who would ever thought that now we know that the inflammation connection has a big, big connection to all of these things that he was seeing as far as positive results with getting inflammation at bay, if you will. There's a saying in the health business now that if you can fix your gut and you can fix your health as the typical fill in the blank, I'll let you fill in your own blank, because there's so many things now that can be attributed to problems in your gut. So fix your gut and you fill in your own blank. Now, I personally believe the best way to do this is not to go to your drugstore and get an OTC to get the Tums or the Rolaids or the purple pill or any of that. I've seen thousands of people get wonderful results trying natural solutions first. And it just so happens, because this DISH is such a big part of our core value with NatraLife, these products, these two products, are wonderful working hand in hand. They're a wonderful 1-2 punch. The aloe and the superfoods do so much to reduce and control inflammation in your body. It just gives you so many good things. Okay, why is aloe so special? It's been around. There's multiple references in the Bible, so we know it's been around for thousands of years, and almost so long that we now take it for granted in some ways. And I just hate to see that happen, because it is such a valuable raw material and such a valuable creation. Okay, first of all, it's a modulator. It actually brings your biological systems into balance. It's also an adaptogen, and those of you that are familiar with our product Adrenal Fuel know that it contains a lot of herbal adaptogens, and all these adaptogens do is if something's high in your body, an adaptogen will help bring it down. If it's low, it'll bring it up. So it actually helps reinforce function rather than give you an artificial stimulant to say to increase your energy. A natural modulator will do that naturally by increasing and improving the function of your body itself. Okay, aloe also contains growth factors, and there are a myriad of these things. There are amino acids, there are glycoproteins, minerals, trace elements, enzymes, and like I say, many, many others. It's one of the richest products in various elements, I think, that I've ever seen. Trace elements, all types of things. The other thing, those of you that have read much about aloe know of its incredible healing power, but it also contains a lot of substance called polysaccharides. And they do several things. I've just listed a few here. Number one is they amplify the effect of vitamins. Well, what do I mean by that? If you take a multivitamin, any other type of vitamin, the polysaccharides can actually help the assimilation, digestion, and the action of that vitamin or mineral. So it actually puts it in a supercharged mode, if you will. Polysaccharides support your blood sugar and the stability of your blood sugar. There are large polysaccharides, and the large ones happen to stimulate the immune system. And there are small polysaccharides, which are anti-inflammatory, which we talked about just a few minutes ago. Now, why is our aloe so special? We've talked about why aloe is so special. So, first of all, it's whole leaf and it's cold processed. Now, why whole leaf? For years and years, we just used the gel, the inner gel of the leaf, and it still gave us really nice results. What we found years ago, when we were able to finally be able to take out the aloin and some of the things that might cause the diarrhea and speed things up in that way, we were able to process those things out of the outer leaf. So now we can use the whole leaf, which happens to contain a lot of these elements that are highly valuable to getting the results. The other thing is, since we're dealing with a concentrate, you really need to start with a pure raw material. So this product, I've seen other products in the market, this product is 50 times more potent. So as we begin actually condensing it or concentrating it, then if we start with something that has toxins in it, if we concentrate it 15 or 20 times, then guess what? The toxicity goes up as well. So having an organic starting material is critical. And we don't just say that. It's certified by the state of Texas, by the Department of Agriculture and the USDA as organic. So again, really, really important. The other thing is it's got at least 200 active components, and a lot of that is because we use the whole leaf process. We don't use just the inner gel, so you get the benefit of all these things that we're talking about. We know this product is great for digestive health, and it goes way, way beyond that. For those of you that have digestive problems, if you've got a tummy ache or anything like that, you owe it to yourself to give this product a try, because it can really, really help that. And guess what? That tummy ache might be due to some inflammation that you might help with as well, and all of a sudden we see it's like throwing a rock in the water. You know, the little ripples go out. A person says, you know, I originally took this because my digestive health was not good. Now I'm realizing that I've got all these other side benefits. So I think we're going to hear, and we're already hearing some incredible testimonials. I had a gentleman email me a couple of days ago, and he says, you know, I've been using aloe for a while and haven't felt that much. So I started taking this, and he said, I felt it in 3 days. So, well, the difference is the concentration and the purity of this particular product. If you're going to use aloe, you want the results, and you need to use the real deal. It's got proven healing power. We knew for many, many years. We put it on sunburns. If you took an aloe leaf and put it on a burn, it was used in chemotherapy for radiation burns. So we know that it has healing power. And many people kind of were surprised years ago when we began taking it internally. Okay, again, it's concentrated for potency. And one of the nice things, other than all the health benefits, is this saves you a lot of money. One of these containers the aloe concentrate makes up to 6 to 8 quarts of aloe drink. So if you're going to the store now and you're buying a bottle, a quarter a gallon of aloe, then you can make an equal or better product with this concentrate. And on top of that, you'll save on the shipping too, because you could probably save $100 by replacing this product with some of the other, or replacing some of the other products you might be using with this product, using concentrate, because we're not shipping water all over the country. Okay, how do you use this? Okay, as a drink, and again, this is just a maintenance type of concentration. You can make up to 6 to 8 quarts with this bottle that you get. To prepare 1 quart, you mix 2 to 3 capfuls, which is about 3 ounces, with a quart of water, other beverages. What I do is I get a milk bottle, or a lot of bottles come in quarts, and when you get one that's empty, you can fill it up with just plain water and pour your allocated amount of aloe into that and just drink that. What I would do is I would every morning drink that, and then I went for some variety and I would put some fruit juices in it. Not pure fruit juice, but I put half water and half juice, or 2/3 water, the water and aloe mixture, and then add some juice just to flavor it a little bit and give it some variety. But then if you're looking, this is a good maintenance program here. Now, if you're looking for therapeutic use, for example, if you feel like you're starting to get something, you had a bad dinner or whatever, then you can mix a half to a capful into some water, some juice, or you can put it in your smoothie too with your superfood if you really want to. But what I'll do is I'll just shoot or chug a half to a capful. The same thing that my wife Sandy does, or you can put it into a little bit of water and just take it. And if possible, drink it before or in between your meals. And what happens when doing that is you're able to cleanse or bathe that tissue with the aloe compound before you have any food in there to interfere and potentially absorb some of it. So it is an unbelievable product. Some of you that are on this call, I guarantee I'll be hearing from in the next 30 days after you try it. And there are very few products that have the track history that aloe does, and we're so excited to have it as part of the NatraLife product line. And I think we're going to see tens of thousands of people that are dramatically affected by this product. And so I would encourage you, first try it yourself, and then go out and share it. And as you put these products together, as we have them right now, and the future products, we've got one of the most exciting health companies in existence, and I'm so excited to have all of you involved as customers. For those of you, the customers, we appreciate you so much. For those of you that are business associates on the call tonight, we appreciate you so much for helping to share something worthwhile.